everyone. It's Angie Rupert, founder of Rupert Law Group. We focus exclusively on E-2 visas, so no matter what treaty country you're from or in what state you want to live, we can help. Today we're going to talk about the difference between filing at the USCIS or filing at the consulate or embassy in your home country, also known as the Department of State. So in most cases, I recommend that you file with the Department of State because it will allow for a lot more flexibility as far as international travel goes. And of course, in many countries, your eligibility, or rather your reciprocity timing for those visas is much longer if you go through the consulate or embassy than it is if you go through USCIS. So let's look a little bit about what does it mean to file through USCIS and how does that work? So the first step in filing through USCIS is you must be present in the United States. That is the requirement. You are physically present in the United States, and many times you'll be changing from one status to another. Sometimes you'll just be extending that E-2 status. But in order to apply for E-2 status through USCIS, you'll need to meet all of the same requirements for the E-2 that you would meet at the consulate or embassy. However, with USCIS, you will put the entire package together, mail it to the California Service Center, and they will read and review the application, and you will normally get a response within about 15 days or so. And that response will say either you're approved, congratulations. In that case, you can start work right away. An RFE, or request for evidence, meaning, hey, we don't understand this, or maybe we need a few more documents to prove this requirement of the E-2. In that case, you'll work with your attorney to gather those additional documents and send those back to USCIS. Or the third option is a notice of intent to deny. Those are thankfully fairly rare, however, they do occur. If you are approved, as mentioned, you're going to be able to start work right away. If there's a request for evidence, you and your attorney will work together to get those documents back to USCIS, and usually after you respond to them, within another 15 days or so, you will receive another response. And in almost every case, it'll either be an approval or a notice of intent to deny. If you get the notice of intent to deny, you need to speak with your attorney about the reasons for that and then determine next steps. If you are approved through USCIS, you will normally get about 2 years worth of status. And in addition, that leaves you no international travel. So if you do leave the United States during that time, you will have to apply for the visa at the consulate or embassy in your home country before you can come back in and continue working at your business. So keep that in mind. If you apply with the Department of State, meaning at the consulate or embassy in your home country, things will be a little bit different. So you will need to meet all of the requirements of the E-2, same as with USCIS. Your attorney will put that package together and send it to the consulate or embassy. Most consulates and embassies accept those applications via email. There are a few exceptions for those of you in Madrid, in Perth, Kazakhstan, and a few others. They will require that you bring those applications or mail those applications in paper format, but most will approve them, or will accept them rather, via email. Once the consulate or embassy gets those applications, you will either be able to automatically schedule an interview, or the consulate and embassy will say, please wait until we review, then we'll let you know when your interview is. At that time, you will go to the U.S. Embassy and do an interview. Those interviews are usually about 10 minutes long or so. They'll ask a variety of questions regarding the business in most cases. Sometimes it gets onto a personal nature, but usually it's about the business. At the end of that interview time, in almost every case, they will either approve you or deny you while you stand right there. If they approve you, you will give your passport and all your family members' passports over to the U.S. Embassy officer, and they will process that, add an E-2 visa in it, and mail those passports back to you about a week later, wherever you ask them to mail them. Once you get those passports in the mail with the E-2 visas, you can come over to the United States and start working right away. Now, how long are the visas good for? That really depends on the country that you're from. So in the best case scenario, your visa will allow you anytime you want to come and go, international travel at any point, for up to 5 years. And some visas are as restrictive as one entry over the course of 3 months. And that is it. So you really have to check that visa reciprocity scale or schedule online. You can always Google that visa reciprocity and check how long the E-2 visa is good for and how much international travel is allowed on the E-2 visa from your treaty country. So, if you have any questions about whether you should apply through the Department of State, meaning the consulate or embassy in your home country, or here through USCIS, meaning you're already in the United States, please give us a call. We would be happy to help. Our information will follow, and we look forward to speaking with you about your E-2 visa.